Okay, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Nepal V here, back to you with another stream. Let me get my chat open. It's just an activity. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Alright, let's get back into Game of Thrones King's Road. And see if we can actually win this time around. Before Die Baderman roasts me. I'm kidding. He's not gonna roast me. Well, he probably would, but yeah. One more thing. Let me go get a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm officially back. I thought the video was going to take longer, but apparently not. I ended up finishing it. So that's good. Yeah, can you guys actually hear this? Yeah. Alright, let's actually get into this. I said yes. Got an ad marble. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do first. What does that do? Let's go and tackle this. I want to set the waypoint. When do we get to King's Landing? Because I really would like to get to King's Landing as soon as possible. Did I win? Did I win? Ugh. This has been haunting me forever. You have no frickin' idea how good that feels to win. Just seriously though, I won. We can't rest. We got one more battle to win. And when we do... Actually, wait. I actually won this. Let's see, what's this? Let's go to... guidebook. And let's go to our Raven. Well, we can't really do that yet, can we? Let's see, Shaw. Okay. Let's finish this quest once and for all. Okay. Dang it, dude. Alright. Okay, I guess we just gotta be patient. Oh. No, dude. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, let's take a pause and think. Let's take a pause. Let's take a pause and actually think. Let's revive. Useful advice only. Okay. Let me just take a step back. Get my fingers prepped up. Get my fingers prepped up. Get my comfy position. Can I defeat this Dan Crenshaw lookalike? Love you, Dan Crenshaw, but seriously, this is like Westeros' version of Dan Crenshaw. I'm a cautious duelist, which basically means getting these smoke bombs. Dang, this guy does a lot of damage, let me tell you. One way or another, I'll get him. Oh dear. Alright, let's see.
Divaderman. Said. Yo yo.
Yo yo. I actually beat the first part.
Divaderman. Said. Moving around.
Yes, sir. I'm not gonna get in his line of sight. I feel like that's the worst strategy ever. Trying to strategize. I'm gonna beat this guy. I actually almost had him. But this slippery. Some son of a B. Son of a B word got away.
Divaderman. Said. Yep, this guy is the noob filter, teaches you potions, guarantee everything. Said. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoy the stream. Divaderman. Said. FFS Nightbot STFU.
Three! Alright. Come on, you son.
Divaderman. Said. Shoot him.
With what? I don't have anything. This approach is actually working out pretty well. Oh god. She shoots at me. Damn it! Hold on. Hold on. What do I want to do? I need to watch a Ben Shapiro video to rile me up. It's the only way I can defeat this guy. Let's not get cocky now. Yikes. No. Get away from me.
Divaderman. Said. Oh, today is tariff day.
How's that going now? Did Trump actually say what he meant? Talk to me. Tell me. Say something that will rile me up. Is he almost done? Oh, wait!
Die Baderman said. I don't know, I think he did.
Mm.
Die Baderman said. I know Mexico sent 10K soldiers to reduce the tariff on them.
I don't think it's gonna be enough, though.
Die Baderman said. And remain in Mexico is back.
Why did that idiot Biden get rid of it? I think I answered my own question. Because he's a moron. Dude. What the heck is going on?
Nike
Oh my god.
said. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoy the stream.
Man, screw this game. I give up. This thing is glitched. I wasn't even doing anything. I was here, I was there, I was everywhere. And guess what? He just killed me.
Die Baderman said. To change the electorate map and disenfranchise voters for 100. Die Baderman said. Lag.
That's why it happened. That's why. New features unlocked. Like, what?
Die Baderman said. Well, if you want to. Die Baderman said. We can play Risk of Rain 2.
Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm getting sick of this game. Yeah. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna get my controller. And, let me stop. Actually, you know what?
Die Baderman
Let me update the title.
said. Give me a few.
Sure.
Die Baderman said. Was about to go out to get food, give me like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, you're good. I just like rage quit because my game glitched. Bro, I'm gonna need more time with King's Road, honestly. This is like hard. This stuff is hard. Alright, I'm gonna update the title.
Die Baderman said. You could spend real money on stuff. Die Baderman said. To ease the pain.
You know, I actually did. Unironically. I got the, season pass. And I did get a little more powerful. Like, I actually beat that, Children of the Forest level that you were making fun of me for losing. Believe it or not. Is that like a silver bullet solution? Not really.
Die Baderman said, "Grats."
All right.
Nightbit said, "Don't forget to like subscribe if you enjoy the stream."
Everyone, refresh. Refresh the stream. Seriously, refresh the stream. Because I'm not playing Game of Thrones King's Road. I'm pretty much checked out of that game. Because I was like this. I'm pretty sure, like, you guys saw it, right? I'm pretty sure I was glitching. I'm pretty sure that I hit a glitch. That Davian guy, bro, like, I'm. I'll get him eventually. I'm sure I will. I just need time, you know? Oh man, I'm livid. I almost had him too, like, that one time. You guys saw it clearly. Like, you literally saw it. Man, I am livid. Let me actually make sure I still have Risk of Rain. I do have Risk of Rain too. Good. This game is way better. I also have Kingdom Come Deliverance, which we might actually try. Bro, what the hell? I'm so annoyed. Come on, King's Road. I gave you a positive review. 2 out of 3. That's more than anybody would give you. I even put a positive review on Steam, and this is what I get. Ugh. Okay, let me. You know, I really like the way the other video turned out. All right, give me 1 sec. that lag.
Yeah, I think I mean, it was weird when I looked at it because it's streaming, but it just looked like you skipped around the place.
It felt like he had like a chainsaw or something. I don't know what it was. Some sort of weapon that I
Yeah,
didn't see.
he's the main character, dude. You didn't know?
I wasn't aware he was Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah, yeah. He
Uh,
was the main character.
I think it's a sign for me to take a break from that game.
I mean, so here's the thing. This is the thing, right?
Sure.
You tell me if I'm wrong, but I get the sense that you really aren't like super stoked about Risk of Rain. Like it's just not your cup of tea. Is that where it's at?
I mean, I I like playing it with other people. If that makes sense. Playing it by
No, that
myself,
makes
not
perfect sense. Okay,
game.
so it's not something that you're just actively disliking because I get the
Oh
sensation
no,
from it
no.
that you just don't like playing it.
I don't like playing it by myself.
Fair.
So that's
So
you're half correct in that assessment.
okay.
Like just like Halo, right? The campaign, even the campaign mode. I used to like playing it by myself, but I don't like playing it by myself anymore. If I know there's like co-op mode, just play it hits differently when you play by yourself. It's just boring, like because the world
No,
feels more alive when you play it with other people. Playing it by
no, I get
yourself,
you.
yeah, it's like now if it was like Mass Effect, where it had like not Andromeda, screw Andromeda. I hate Andromeda. Andromeda I actually hate with a burning passion. But if it's like the Legendary Edition, I would love Risk of Rain. I'd be streaming this thing every day. I'd be like buying mascots, and you get the gist. But this is the game that I play with other people. You know
No, I get you. This is like a party game kind of situation.
exactly.
Uh,
I know
Um,
Nick is gonna complain, so let me put this audio on.
hmm,
Actually, SFX volume is fine, but for some odd reason, it's not working. Hold on.
um,
What's up?
1 second.
Sure. No.
There we go. Let's go back 1 second. I'm just trying to see because I've never done this. Aha, we found it.
I gotta send you a request.
Darn it, I was trying to send you one.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
we're at a standstill.
I, I was trying to, I think I have to go back out. There we go. Give me 1 second. I think I have to go back into the messages. Yeah, maybe you have to send it again because the message went away. Give me a second.
Sure.
Friends. I think if I just open yours, why are there two? Oh, this is my. Oops. I know who those guys are. Two brothers that they got me into playing. They pulled me into playing First Ascendant, and then like after 2 weeks disappeared.
Yeah, that happens.
Let's see. Where are you? I don't see your name on this thing. Oh, there you are. Okay, gotcha. That should put me into the same room with you now.
Hell yeah.
Yes. There we go. Okay.
Okay. There are like very few games that I passionately hate. um. Okay, classic. Let's do classic. Okay,
Yeah, let's
so
keep it simple. I think we want to try to find like the simplest version of the game because we keep getting our butt kicked
well, I mean, they want to win.
pretty much.
What do we want to do?
Um, I want to be ready. Let's go. Let's lock in.
I don't know what it is about that. I know you're just messing with me, but like It actually works. It makes me try harder.
That's good. Let's see. There we go. So this time we're going to try not to die. All right. Not like last time. Last time, I don't know what we were doing. This time we're going to try.
Okay, let me put the sound on because it sounds really weird without sound. Let's do 20. Okay.
Holy cow. Enemies are... There's a lot more enemies than normal. I think Nick was explaining this to me that it's actually at 4 times difficulty because there's no 1 or 2 times difficulty. Or rather, there's no 2 or 3 times difficulty. So it just jumps. Once you do multiplayer, it's automatically expecting 4 people.
Why can't Nick ever join us?
That's a good question for Nick. I think I already know the answer, but I'll leave it to him to answer that one. Okay, we just got to remember how to play this character now. It's been a little bit. There we go. Oh wow, you kill that guy super fast.
I'm overpowered until I'm not. That's generally how these work. Okay. To bleed
What's
enemy hit. That's interesting.
Nice.
You're probably never gonna try King's Road.
I highly doubt it. Unless they like do it for free or something, then maybe, but I do not see myself playing it. Just off of the idea that there's like a dozen other games that play basically off of the same concept. Where it's like microtransactions ultimately. Like once you've played one, you know that there's going to be like, at some level, it's just grind. Hey, do you want to ease the pain? Like, you know? So it's like, why put myself in that situation?
Even that doesn't work. Well, it half worked. That frickin' I gotta... What's his name? The hardest boss in the game.
Is it? Well, that's the thing. That boss specifically, I think, rapidly heal outside of danger. Okay, cool. That boss, I think he's like a noob filter. I'll be honest with you.
Noob filter?
Yeah, basically, like a lot of games, what they do is they have you fight it's just like easy mode, and then you get spoiled and all kinds of stuff, and then you hit that one boss that makes you have to pay attention, and the old I can just go through this like a superhero is out the window.
Bro, I almost got him.
Yeah, because at that point now you have to learn the game's mechanics properly. It's not, you can't just power through it with potions. So if you didn't understand how to parry before, now you have to understand how to parry. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't rely that much on potions, do I?
Yeah. I can tell you, sometimes they just have you on like another screen, and then I'm just like hearing nothing but gargle, 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 gargle.
It's like me drinking sparkling water.
That's all I hear. So like, yeah, that's potions galore. But yeah, pretty much.
It's like
you probably don't realize it because the game is just that fun, and you're enjoying your time.
I mean, I wouldn't call like internal rage enjoyment, but maybe it is enjoyment in a weird way. Sure. By the way, I uploaded a video today. Did you have a chance to watch it?
I didn't see. I'll check it out after this.
I think you'll like these better. So, one's on Game of Thrones King's Road.
Right.
There was like 3 points I made. 2 of the things I liked. and one point I disliked. I think
Road. Okay, I'll check it out. How long is the video?
the first one is like less than a minute. Actually, it's 1 minute, literally like 1 minute and
You
25
could probably make
seconds.
those shorts, no? Instead.
It's a late idea, but an idea nonetheless. Yeah.
I mean, if they're going to be like 1 minute, you could probably like go with a shorts format. I think. YouTube, I think the algorithm itself is just like punishing for videos that are underneath 10 minutes.
Why? That's so weird.
It is what it is. I think it has something to do with the advertising and how, because like when I stream, I don't have advertising on, like it's explicitly turned off, but I know for a fact YouTube is still running advertisements. It has to be. So despite that I don't see any advertisements running, I'm assuming that that's what's happening in the background. I don't get anything for it, but I'm assuming that YouTube is just operating that way, because I know another streamer who pretty much was always being told that his viewers were getting ads, and he didn't know why. I know Twitch works like that also, big time. Like Twitch, that's why personally I think that YouTube is just better for that, because you get less ads. With Twitch, you just get so many.
Yeah, I mean, I literally subscribe to people just to avoid ads. I don't know if YouTube works the same. There's YouTube Premium, which I have. Because I use YouTube literally all the time, so it's definitely worth it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been using it for years.
There's this thing over here, I don't know what it does. Like, I used to know what it did, but I forgot.
I wish you could get points for headshots, that'd be sick.
Oh, the ending is right over here.
Well, you found it? Hold on, let me get over there. I got you.
Oh no, those just you can waste your money at this shrine. So when you see those little shrines with the twirling stuff, you can just waste your money on them. Any extra money you have. Hey, it's this guy.
There's a topic I wanted to make a video about, but I might as well do it now. What do you think of vibe coding?
You asked me about this already.
I did?
If I remember correctly, it's basically like programming, but just like with AI. Am I wrong?
Well, it's AI does all the programming. You just tell it what you want, and it does it. And if it makes a mistake, you tell it mistake, and then.
Gun.
Oh, I got you. This
I
is
just
the
have to
boss.
heal up. Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, but there we go. He was targeting. Let's get rid of everybody.
You know what trick?
He was targeting me with a laser, and I got caught out with it.
You saved me?
I what?
You saved me?
I did? I just shot stuff. See, there we go. Yeah, no, once he does that laser beam, it's basically hit scan, so you have to like just get behind a rock or something. We dropped him pretty quick. Like, I think your damage is just through the roof.
I'm enraged. Still fuming from that lagged boss fight.
Do we get items? Oh, this is... I thought that was like an item we got.
There's this other game I want to try called Kazan something. It's like anime Elden Ring-ish. Kazan. It's a new Souls-like.
Isn't that a barbarian game?
Something like that, yeah. It has anime graphics.
So basically like cel-shaded.
Yeah, Lord Smash Gaming was talking about it.
Hmm.
Uh,
I have no idea about it. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be good. Because um, I think if it is the barbarian game, then if it's the same barbarian game, then it got like overwhelmingly positive, I think, on Steam. So you can't go wrong with that, right?
nope. Overwhelmingly positive usually means it's really good. Like everyone who played it likes it.
Yep.
The Witcher 3 has that. Baldur's Gate 3 has that. You know what? I'm gonna try it out.
Go for it, man. Hey, I think we found a healing item. Oh, no, this just lets me gain max experience, max HP. I feel like I'm getting targeted. Like, what is up with these people? Yep, I died.
So I can't revive you?
No. Well, I mean, you have to beat the stage to revive, remember?
Oh yeah. Barely, but yeah, I remember. This thing's like following me around. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's what that does. Let's see. Alright, everyone. I'm not playing Game of Thrones King's Road anymore. I rage quit. Not really, though. Haha.
I mean, we could, if you're interested, it's cheaper than the Barbarian game, but if you're interested, you could try out, if you don't have it already, Perplexed. That game is multiplayer also. I don't know if you've ever played RimWorld, but it's basically like RimWorld, but more detailed and more single-player focused. So it's something that you could probably play like with or without somebody there. But with somebody there, it's also pretty cool.
I'm gonna try it.
I think you can wait for it on sale, but it's probably like $12, I think.
That's actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's not too expensive.
Oh. You know what? I'm gonna. Oh, you can't. I was gonna. Oh, these jellyfish. I think I know what the boss is gonna be.
Yeah, I'm figuring it's that guy. I would say that as far as like, I don't have any. I mean, I use AI, right? Like, if I, for example, have a whole bunch of stuff that's super redundant, I don't really care, or I would like a second perspective on a system, I can throw it into AI and then use it effectively like a search engine. Or a typewriter. And
Yeah.
it'll handle that. So for the most part, I get that. Now, insofar as actually just using AI to create gaming features, the way I look at that is it depends on where it's getting its information, right? Because if it's generative completely, then fine. If it's just yoinking somebody else's code and then popping that in, then the question comes down to, did they pay that guy? Because, for example, Unreal kind of does the same thing already with blueprints. But you have to pay for those blueprints, right? Like, the ones that you just get out of the box, fine, but you can pay people for their blueprints. Also. So that's where I'm at with that. Because effectively that's what it is. Like,
It's plagiarism.
It's just copying. It's just a blueprint, basically, if you go to the AI and have the AI generate the code for you. I don't really see that huge of a difference between it and blueprint at that point. People have a very bad understanding of AI, though, because they think AI is either alive or something like that. It's the more I use it, the clearer it becomes that it's really a very fancy version of a search engine.
It's
But it
glorified
also,
autocomplete.
yeah, effectively, it's a very good autocomplete. It's much better than actual autocomplete, for sure. And but it is still autocomplete. And so trying to use it's like kind of like going to Google and then trying to do like you have your math homework and then you do your math homework by going to Google and saying, "Hey Google, how do I find the length of a shadow to a right angle at 4560 longitude latitude at 12 a.m.?" Okay, you'll get an answer, but you won't understand what you just did. Right? That's basically what it boils down to. Do you need to understand what you just did? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? That's the context that you have to figure out personally. Because one of the big problems that you're going to bump into with, I think, coding in that manner is scope. The more complicated the project gets, the more the AI is going to have to know about your project. And the more the AI needs to know about your project, the more chances the AI is going to give you bad information.
Ooh.
Oddly enough. Because the resolution is just way too much. And they have been getting better and better, sure. But AI is really just good for single feature design. It's not really good for entire projects. Like when systems start to interconnect, you have problems at that point.
That explains why I was able to efficiently build a system for my Game Jam project, the energy shield system, flawlessly, like designed and developed, all using Claude. But whenever I try using Claude for Bubble Tank Frenzy, it fails because the project is multi-feature. Okay, I knew there was a rational explanation to it. Am I supposed to be going somewhere? Hold on. Am I really overpowered? You still there?
Yeah, just have my mic off and I'm showing.
Oh. There has to be an end.
Yeah, there is. You're supposed to go to the warp, remember? Fight the boss.
Yeah, but it doesn't exactly tell you
So
where.
go to a very high spot and look around. That's what I was doing. Until all of a sudden like 50 enemies showed up and started zapping me and I couldn't dodge anything.
I'm frozen. I think I'm gonna meet the same fate you have.
One of your viewers had said something about that there's a way to tell where the teleport is. And I've been looking, even in this one, I didn't see any real sign of it. Like in the last map, I looked around and I knew where it was. I just didn't see any real sign. Basically saying, hey, yeah, this is it.
Chance to kill, drop treasure. That's interesting. What kind of treasure? There's a Risk of Rain 1. Presume. Oh, nice. Because you don't just, out of the blue, call a game Risk of Rain 2. Like, that 2, it implies there's 1. I wonder what the first game's like.
I'm looking. There's a couple of them. There's Risk of Rain, the original. I think this was 2D, if I remember correctly. I think I played it. Yeah, this is it. So this is 2D. It's just a 2D side-scroller. Off of the same concept. And then there is Risk of Rain Returns, which appears to be something really weird. It just came out. It's fairly recent. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Ah, okay.
Just getting
Wasn't
beat.
sure. Because I alt tab.
Who's messaging me? Hold on.
Actually, this mic is pretty good. Like now that I can see, like what's happening, turns out that it's not picking up my chewing for some reason, which is cool. Either that, or I chew very quietly and don't realize it.
I wasn't even sure you were chewing until you said something. Oh my god.
Yeah, my rule of thumb is, at some point in the day, I have to eat breakfast.
Have you ever had breakfast pizza?
Yeah, I think like maybe twice.
I love it. I had some this morning.
I think in New York, just going to one of the mom and pop pizza shops, the best slice that I've ever had, topping wise, as in, there's absolutely zero wrong. If you hate this slice, you're the problem. Is baked ziti. Like a baked ziti slice. I got it at two different. So I don't know if you're gonna find it very often anymore because a lot of places are really more industrial. So you're gonna just find the usual topics like toppings. So like broccoli or meat lovers and things like that. But if you actually find a place that's gonna do it, typically you'll find it around the same places where you probably find like broccoli rabe, which is an acquired taste. I'm not gonna knock it, but it's definitely an acquired taste. But Big ZD Slice is just great. However, it will put you to sleep.
Why would it put you to sleep?
Now, the amount of starch, you're eating both ziti and a slice of pizza, it's just like double whammy. Think of it like having lasagna on your pizza.
Okay, that much sugar, yeah. Might as well have it for dinner. It would cure my insomnia. Wow, I'm still alive somehow.
Yeah, I think your defense is just crazy. When I was getting hit, I was... Oh, there you go.
I jinxed it. Damn.
When I was getting hit, man, I was just seeing chunks of my life disappear.
You're dead. Get wrecked. The developers, man, they're lit. There's.
I'm gonna try the same person again. Hopefully, I think I'm just rusty since I haven't played in a very long time. But I want to unlock this stuff. How do you unlock them? Let me see.
Unlock?
Yeah, so like if you go to the character,
What?
well, no, you can stay in the same screen.
Oh. Did it just kick you out?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can join it back. Do I have the option of looking for a friends server?
Should I just send you one?
I want to try to learn it. See, like,
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Ooh.
do you have yours marked as private, or do you have it marked for like friends can see it?
I think it's private.
Ah, so I probably won't see it. Yeah, go ahead and send it.
Sorry, hiccups.
No problem. Okay, there we go. We're back. I'm gonna do. So, what are the two game modes? There's classic, and then there's something else, right?
Yes,
There's
there's.
clips. Let's see what the difference is. Because if Eclipse, we can get more progress on Eclipse, I would rather do that. Like, I want to do the one that we can actually get progress on instead of always dying on the second map.
Let's try Eclipse. We haven't done that one before. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I don't know if you're in here. I don't know where you are. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Overview, primary.
When you go to the loadout, you will see like the locked ones. You can just go over them, and it'll tell you how to unlock them.
Okay, requires Commando Rolling Thunder. Is Commando land the killing blow? Commando Rolling Thunder. Okay. Some games still have chat in them. I feel like Discord sort of renders that obsolete.
Discord does a very good job.
Yeah.
What's killing me is I know for a fact that I've used Glaive to like wipe out a lot of those skulls, but it's still saying that I don't have that unlocked. So it's like kind of weird. As hunters collect and carry 12 crowbars at once. How do I even get 12 crowbars? I can get like 3 at most. Like you have to get super lucky to get like the transformation stuff, I guess.
By the way, do you have Halo, the Master Chief Collection?
No. A lot of my friends had Halo when I was growing up, but I never really had a Halo. I don't even know. I think I was mostly playing Monster Hunter when Halo was doing its thing.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah, there's different crowds. You had the RPG crowds and you had the shooter crowds. And the shooter crowds were all playing Halo. The RPG guys, we were all playing stuff like Final Fantasy 14 or Monster Hunter or things like that.
That's interesting. I always thought the shooter crowds were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, that too. Or Gears of War, things like that. Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, all of the Modern Warfares. I have to give it this, Modern Warfare storylines, as far as Modern Warfare 2 goes, was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 had the best storyline. And to some extent, Modern Warfare 3.
I can't remember 3, but I remember 2, and that speaks volumes, because, you know, I only played it like twice, I think. And 3's ending, like, I just played through the entire story, and it was just, like, it was short, but it was sweet.
You fight American soldiers in Modern Warfare 2. Shadow Company. That General Shepard.
Modern Warfare 2, if I remember correctly, it's the one where they say, where the the guy comes along with that British accent, or whatever, Aussie British accent, saying 50,000 people used to live here, now it's a ghost town?
Oh, that's Call of Duty 4.
Ah. What the
No!
freaking heck?
What's going on, dude?
I don't know. It's that same group. They just keep spawning, and then they immediately just nuke my hit points.
Oh, I got them.
Like, holy cow. Those fireballs wreck, bro.
Now you know how I feel. That smoke bomb that I get shot. Like, there's certain elements that I'm just not immune to. Get one-shotted.
Like, I feel like I'm just not paying attention or something. Like, they just immediately, like, I saw them all spawn, and then I didn't take it seriously. I just kept shooting them. Next thing I know, I see, like, 50 fireballs hitting me. That is crazy. I need to pick up some items. I have picked up 0 items. I think you get, like, prestige stuff also, right? Like they carry over.
Probably.
That might be part of what's causing... Oh, we found the ending over here.
There, I'm coming. I'm coming.
What is this one? Gain temporary flight.
What's this thing?
Massive armor for 5 seconds. Sure, we'll take it. Oh. Ready?
It was shooting at you, yeah. Nice shaders.
Oh, gosh.
Whoa, these things? Oh.
Yeah. They're not as bad as the octopus, but they're still pretty bad.
You mean the jellyfish?
The jellyfish, yeah.
Bro,
Holy cow, bro.
They just want to win. Question is, what do we want to do?
I want to survive. These guys are crazy right now.
I should just answer that next time you ask. Who was that one boss in Cyberpunk?
Are you talking about this guy? Ugh, hold on.
You're watching me play it. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to survive. Give me a second. Guys literally are shooting everything at me. Like, I do 0 damage to them. That's what I'm noticing. And I'm dead. Did I die?
Damn.
Yeah, I died. I'm doing, like, so little damage to them. Crazy.
Nice try, Arte. Okay, like, it was nice to you, but told me to get wrecked. Ugh. I deserved it.
I'm telling you, I think I'm being targeted by this thing. Either that or this character is very bad right now for me.
Wait, why did we get kicked out?
I don't know.
Alright, alright. Let me do this again.
Wait. I want to try to, let me see. I'm going to try to invite you without using Steam. I want to see if that's possible. Or if you can do that, that would be pretty cool. Because when it sends the invites, it sends them through Steam. So I'm trying to see...
I think you have to do it through Steam.
Did you get that through Steam or through...
Yeah, I got it through Steam.
Okay, alright, never mind then. Alright, send your invite. It would have been cool if you could do it directly. That was Eclipse, right?
Yeah, should we do normal?
Yeah, let's just do normal.
Okay. Start. Let's do. I'm just gonna. I'm really good with the soldier, so I'm just gonna stick with this guy.
Yeah, I'm getting wrecked with the archer, but I want to unlock the next. Let me see what it says. The loadout, it says, it doesn't even tell you what it does. No, it doesn't even tell you what it does. Sucks.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, this one's fairly chill.
The waterfalls, the atmosphere, minus all the bad guys shooting at you. Okay, this thing shoot the fire. Avoid the fire blasts.
Oh, you got hit by it?
Yeah.
They don't play.
Okay, so every enemy has a thing. Has tactics. You have to have tactics to defeat it. What to avoid. Where to hit it. You know, the weak points and whatnot.
I guess with the archer you don't really get much of a choice. Oddly enough, you don't target anything with the archer. You kind of auto target stuff.
Was my Assassin's Creed review really that bad?
I didn't say it was bad, did I?
You said it was rough.
If I remember correctly, the problem that I saw with it was that you were talking about so it's an essay. It's a video essay. And I think what I'm used to hearing when I listen to video essays are like a sequence of thoughts, right? And I'm walking along the thought with that person. And you were kind of doing that, but then at a certain point, if I remember, is that you skipped around on information related to like a previous point, which you were talking about the original Assassin's Creed. You didn't bring up Altair at all. Moved over to speak about Ezio at length. Then at some point you had to bring up Altair. And it was like, where did Altair come from? If I didn't know anything about it. And that's like, you know, that's what I was talking about.
That was a bit sloppy on my part.
But yeah, that was basically all it was that I was talking about. It wasn't that it was bad, it was just because it was very clear that you knew the subject. Put it that way. So that's not the issue of whether or not the information was bad. The issue was just the narration, not following a sequence that would have been easy to follow for someone who didn't know Assassin's Creed already. Right? You did at least explain that Altair comes from the first Assassin's Creed later on, but
that at the wrong spot.
Yeah.
It just sounded really awkward.
Oh, come on. Hit the ground hard. These guys are like, it's you either get everybody coming at you or you get no one. It's crazy. I am looking for one thing and one thing only. What is this? Sprint speed plus 25%? Sure. Oh, what were you going to say?
This is a really good map.
Yeah, for you, I'm not seeing anything. Nobody's spawning next to me. What, like, last time, if I walked, like, 2 feet away from you, all of a sudden, like, 50 fireballs chucking enemies would show up right next to me. Now it's like you're getting everybody over there. Oh, we found the exit. yeah, I think I think each one of us holds the most enemies or something. So like all of them are coming next to you. 'Cause now I'm next to you and I'm seeing all of them spawn. Oh my gosh, these guys, this is the reason why everybody says the archer is terrible. It's because she can teleport and dodge, but because like all the enemies are using basically hit scan, you're pretty much just like dodging into their attacks no matter what you do.
Would you describe the graphics here as cel shaded?
I don't know. There's too much happening for me to really tell. I know it's toon shaded. I don't know if you would call that cel shaded. I can see some of the elements for... So, like, Godot for... Godot is really good for having something that Unity doesn't do. Which is they give you, out of the box, a generalized shader. So you can just, at the flip of a switch, create a toon shader just by applying the default material and then turning on toon shading. Right. With Unity, if you want a specialized shader, you have to make it yourself.
Huh.
Are you serious?
It's lame. Beetle Queen?
Yeah, she... Oh my goodness, these guys are annoying. Okay.
Focus on the queen.
I'm trying to get back up there, but...
They knocked you down.
Yeah.
Crap.
No, I got back up though. Like, I don't do any damage. I'm 100% certain right now that I'm not really actually doing any damage to her. Alright, are you dead? Just run. I'm trying to hit... There we go. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay, you're on the other side. I'm trying to get over to you so this thing can heal you. It's doing a crap job of healing me, but...
I don't think... Oh! Son of a gun.
I got him. Beetle Queen, please die soon. Okay, I think she's dead.
He's
Just
dead?
survive the enemies now.
I severely weakened it. I think.
Oh yeah. Like I'm doing almost no damage, so all of that is basically you. Like it takes me like 5 shots to take down 7 or 8 shots to take down one of the empowered skulls, so it's not good. Well, you know what? If I'm not going to be able to deal damage, I'm going to be doing CC. Oh, crowd control.
Good old crowd control.
I got like 3 stuns. I went downstairs and picked up some items and got 3 stuns. So, should be okay.
Where's Nicked? He's always like in the Risk of Rain chat. When I'm playing Risk of Rain.
I think he is. He said that he's had a birthday party to attend today. If I remember correctly. It might have been yesterday or today. I'm not sure. But he has like family stuff that he's been taking care of.
Gotcha.
Guys going through a lot, so.
Yeah, that's
I can understand.
The worst thing in the world. Going through something like that.
Yeah. Not bueno. You can't be tough through that one. This robot thing is like it chooses to heal at its time. It's crazy. How much money do they have? Let's grab this. Extra damage. Oh, that sucks.
Drops a healing orb on kill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's see if that works.
I'm not sure if that's good for you, but it depends on how your character works. But for like characters that deal, okay, so I think there are like stronger enemies because we normally don't see this guy. So I think like the more we play this game or something, there's just stronger enemies spawning. But you see that? That's crowd control, just stunning the crap out of him. That's what I'm talking about. Just stay still and die. And you're dropping the healing orbs, so that makes it even awesome. I can just walk over to them and heal.
They technically work with you too. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they're...
You and your allies enter a frenzy.
Oh, sounds like an interesting skill.
I guess it's... I guess it is.
Oh, man.
I think this game is really weird for that. You'll just randomly be broke, and then next second you've just got too much money.
It's like there's no middle ground. What games are made with Godot? Like, multiplayer games?
Brotato is one of them. They always, whenever they talk about double or triple A games, they always have to bring up Sonic. If you go to the Godot forums, they will be very quick to bring up one of those Sonic the Hedgehog's games that was made in Godot. And then you have to quickly remind them it was made in a in-house version of Godot. Not the one that everyone gets access to. Not knocking it though, but I'm just saying
a heavily modified Godot.
Godot is very different.
I don't think that version is available to the general public.
What's this do? Fires a block hold. Oh yeah, this is much better. You already sold me once you said black hole.
You know that sound that gets made when enemies in Game of Thrones King's Road? That eerie sound. I felt like I heard that just now and I'm getting PTSD. Like, what the heck?
Well, I think that sound is super generic because when I was listening to it, it reminded me, like, some of the enemies when they die, it sounds just like, when the enemies in Act 1 of Diablo 2 dies. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Remember, when you can... You're alive or dead? You died. Okay.
I feel like that sound is embedded in me when I'm about to die. In any game.
Damn it. Okay, I want to see what this does, and I'm gonna just end it. Black pole. Oh, that's so cool.
Even in the game, Ramsey is pretty scary.
So they did Ramsey pretty well. He's as obnoxious and as what is this? He's as obnoxious and himself. Oh, this would have been great a second ago, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get myself killed. He's as obnoxious and as self-aggrandizing with his definitely. Did I just block it randomly? That's funny. There you go. Look how fast this thing is healing me. This is hilarious. There we go.
Those things.
I think you might have go back. I think you might have the game set on like a high difficulty or something. Because
You think so? I mean,
yeah, let's go back a bit. I'm gonna go look at my because I think there's a way to set the difficulty ahead of time. I don't know. Can you set the difficulty? I don't see it.
I don't see anything in here in gameplay. Definitely would not be under controller. Oh.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. I could have sworn you could like preset the difficulty. Hold on, I'm gonna go to single player real quick and see if that's where it was. Difficulty. Yeah, you can. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. All right, so let's go back to multiplayer.
Is it only in single player?
No, it's in multiplayer also. I'm gonna host it this time because I want to see if it's there. I want to confirm.
Sure. Okay. Let me friggin' oh, it's in Steam. Arte. Play. There we go. Join. Wait, back. So, do I just like wait or something, or?
Okay, there we go. So yeah, you can turn it down. You can turn the difficulty down here. Also. So let's try playing now under this difficulty. Let's try, because I want to at least make it to like the third map. I think you're supposed to start in the lower difficulties and then work your way up until because you need to unlock the other artifacts, and then it becomes easier to handle the harder difficulties.
Out of curiosity, have you played Enter the Gungeon?
I think I have. I think I have it.
Does it have multiplayer? I mean,
I don't recall so. Isn't that like a TCG?
TCG, I don't know what that stands for.
Enter the dungeon. Let me just make sure it's not this. Enter the dungeon.
Enter the Gungeon. With a G.
Gungeon. Oh no, if it's that's not what I was thinking then. Oh whoa, I almost died. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
no,
so
I don't have that.
The Nintendo Direct. Now, I didn't talk about this because mine was purely about Zelda, but the Nintendo Direct, there was a game that was featured called Enter the Gungeon 2, which was basically a 3D version of Enter the Gungeon.
That's kind of like Risk of Rain, the 3D version of the 2D.
I like how the sequels are like 3D. Because I feel like the 2D is more like the first game was more of a proof of concept.
Yeah,
Eh,
that makes a lot of sense.
that's an interesting game design technique.
Well, it's just faster to get stuff out in 2D. If you have an artist in 2D, it's just so much faster. Or if you are an artist, with just like even a modicum of programming knowledge, you can crank out 2D projects super fast. But 3D, just by its nature, it's almost as bad as multiplayer, right? When you go from 2D to 3D. It's about almost as bad as going from single player to multiplayer.
I had to take a course to get better with the 2D. Like I couldn't like just you know like figure out 3D with 2D knowledge. It's like I had to relearn a lot of the stuff I learned in 2D.
Yeah, even when I switch over back, like when I do game jams and have to build in like a 2D, because I will not normally build a game for a game jam in 3D. It doesn't the what is this? Oh, Scrapper. It doesn't make any sense to do that. If what is this? Effigy. Drop a permanent effigy that cripples all enemies.
Honestly, yeah. Like my first game jam was in 3D. I tried to tell them, "Hey, let's keep it simple," but they insisted they want to do it in 3D. I'm like,
Some
eh.
games you can get away with. Like horror games in 3D, it's very simple. But it just depends on the time. If I need to do a game jam and it's 3D, then it needs to be it needs to be something really the scope needs to be really tight. Like it can't you cannot have something that isn't something super elaborate. It has to be super narrow because that's a lot of time to invest. And some games really do flesh out very well in 3D and are actually easier to make in 3D. And horror games are one of those. Not that they're hard to make in 2D, it's just that they're 3D handles them very quickly.
It just fits better with 3D.
Yeah, this is much, 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 much easier to handle.
I was gonna say.
I don't know what difficulty we were playing on, but that was not right for when you just start the game.
We're still
Grab
in
the other
easy
item.
mode.
Grab the other item. Right here. There you go.
Slow enemies on hit, that's useful. See if it works.
Yeah, we're good. That was much better. I feel like as if I'm a badass again. Because I'm like, my damage is total trash. I was just doing no damage to anyone. This one is just a cakewalk.
We're overpowered.
You know, I started using SoundCloud for I didn't realize how convenient it was. Like I just avoided it because I thought they didn't have playlists, but people post their playlists on it. So you can get NCS stuff easily enough from that.
NCS?
Yeah, no copyright.
Is it reliable though? Because Even if they say it's not copyrighted, YouTube still
The ones on
sometimes.
YouTube are not reliable
Oh.
because they'll mix in copyrighted stuff with NCS stuff, and it's ultra annoying.
SoundCloud has ads.
I never dealt with ads on it. Oh. On the playlist, it has ads.
On the playlists? Maybe not the playlist, but on
I
individual
think probably on the
songs.
radio it would have ads.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably what it was in.
Can I just... Nope. Ow.
Yeah, that's worth checking out though, because I feel like I use like fitting themes for my videos for ambience. So I feel
Sure.
like something would be interesting. I don't know what I want to talk about next. Maybe the Rachel Zegler thing, but I don't know that much about it. I have to like research it a bit more.
Yeah, look it up. It's pretty... I mean, it's pretty much on the nose. Dumb Hollywood actress decides that she wants to do dumb things. Right? It's the same... It's that F around find out chart.
The
mean-
Kanye West saga was pretty interesting. I wish I was around then on YouTube to cover that.
Kanye West. Oh, you mean like back in what, 2018?
2022.
2022.
Like,
Oh.
you remember he went on like this anti-Semitic tirade.
I don't know what he said. Everybody says that he's an anti-Semite now. I legit don't know what he said.
You should
I did
watch
not
the
hear anything
interviews.
about it. That's funny. Well, I mean, that's the thing. His whole career is probably already over at that point, because like it or not. So let's go a little bit into history. Weir did a lot. So there's always been a lot of hatred for Jews, right? Just always have been, as far as going back to when you're talking about like the Assyrians or the Egyptians. It's just always been there. They got kicked out of their homeland many, many times. When the Assyrians did it later, and so who are the Assyrians? The Assyrians were originally Arabs, right? They were Arabs that moved over into the Levant and then across and then over back into Babylon, and that's who they are. That's going back. So when you think Syria, that's basically you're talking about 3,000, maybe 4,000 years of actually no, it's like about 2,500 years of migrations of Arabs from Arabia through the Levant in that region. So in that time, the question is, well, were the Jews already there? The answer is yes. So the Jews were already there. There was already a kingdom of Judea and all this other stuff that had come and gone. Eventually, the Assyrians formed the Neo-Assyrian Empire. And at this point, it only lasts like, I think like 200, like 100 or 200 years. But it's long enough for them to kick out the Jews again. It's got a thing to it. Somehow, some way or another, we end up with a large population of Jews in England. To this point, these guys operated off of a system of the citizens hate you, but the king loves you. Why does the king love you? The king loves you because you provide a ton of tax money towards the kingdom, basically his coffers, because Jews introduced something that Christians don't have, or rather don't allow, and that was what they call usury. Usury is essentially when you lend money, you can collect back that money with interest. And
Interest.
so, right. And so it was called usury. So the Muslims ban it, the Christians ban it, but the Jews have it. And that's where it all, from my opinion, that's where it all comes from. Because that you can't avoid the human reality of it is that when you tie in usury with what you're always going to find between humans, which is nepotism, you're going to create resentment. Like, no matter what. Oh, here's the ending. Right? So, at one point, to prove this, one king of England loved the Jews, absolutely loved it. His son, who came in later, didn't love the Jews and just afforded them no special protections. And as a result, the Jews were, if I remember correctly, was it his son? No, I think he was actually ousted, that king. And then his son came into power later and then protected the Jews again. But it had already been proven to the point that, left to their devices, the citizens would go around massacring the Jews without the protection of the king. This was happening in England. So the king expelled the Jews, and the Jews traveled all over the place, going to predominantly Spain.
So they got kicked out of England.
Right. But they went through Spain, and then they went to all over the Europe, really, France, and so on. And they met a whole bunch of people who really didn't like them in Spain. I mean, Queen Elizabeth was no friend of the Jews, or the Muslims, and they introduced all kinds of different, all different kinds of mechanisms to weed them out from society. Such things like making it mandatory to have pork. I think at the dinner table or something like that.
I thought pork was I thought forbidden, like not allowed to eat pork. I thought the whole thing was Islam.
Yeah, and Jews.
Jews can't eat pork either.
So
I mean, non-kosher.
It has to be kosher. So you go forward with that, and you ended up with the most recent expelling, which was the Nazi Germany, and the Austrians / German Jews got the next butt end of that. So, but it all comes, I think, for the European or the Western resentment. Because, oh yeah, I forgot to add that part to it. So the concept of that stuck with the Jews over that period of time was something called the blood libel. And it's this idea that Jews are somehow eating or drinking the blood of Christian children.
That's just sick. Like, that's not even true. That's
So in England, that's roughly like the propaganda was pretty fierce against them at the same time during that period of time when the king stopped protecting them, but the blood libel stuck, right? And again, a lot of this is coming from the place of a combination of usury and nepotism, where you have a group of people who continuously get rich. So they become the only people you can go to borrow money. And at the same time, they're protected by the person who should be protecting you. And so you start to create a class divide because now they're getting richer and richer because they're continuously taking interest off of your pennies. And then at the same time, they give out preferred loans to their cousins and stuff like that. And again, you're just going to find that normally. And so that's where it comes from. And it just stuck for centuries.
But I don't think it's fair to blame all Jewish people for that, you know?
Fair or not, that's what happened. So
sure.
There we go. So this is much more chill. I'm having way more fun right now.
Me too.
Hey.
We're trying to win. We're the main characters.
We're finally the main characters now. So now, I don't know what Kanye said, but I'm assuming it's probably within the same lines of who has the financial power and who controls the world and all this other stuff, which is the atypical stuff that you always hear about that. Now, the question is it offensive? If that's the question, sure, fine. Yes, it could be offensive. I mean, you could also take it as a compliment when you hear that Here's people think that you're better than them, and believe me, I've talked with, know enough Jewish folk that you can just be talking to having a regular conversation, and suddenly they go into this weird. It's always weird when it happens. This weird tirade that, wow, this guy is serious. This weird tirade, um, about how blood and soil and how they're like the special people and all kinds of stuff. Like it's there, right? The let's call it Jewish supremacy idea is there. It's a
Zionism.
real thing. I don't know if it's Zionism because every time that I ask somebody about Zionism, they give me a different answer. Oh,
But
so I mean, I've asked folks, I've heard folks explain it to me, and I thought I knew what it was, which is basically just returning to Judea, Samaria, and expansionism and rekindling the flames of old Jerusalem and things like that. That's what I thought it was, but it's like it's something else when I hear. So I just call it Jewish supremacy. No different to me than white supremacy or black supremacy or any supremacy. It's just
that's yeah. I
a
mean,
supremacy ideology.
they're just fundamentalists.
So, yeah, and it's the same thing. Like back in the day, you'd hear the same thing from white supremacists. The whole argument, and by back in the day, I mean like the 1800s. The blood and soil and the nativist concept. Right? There's a place that the nativists got it from. They got it from the Jews. The blood and soil is their construct, and it doesn't. I mean, it's either they got it from the Jews or the Jews got it from them, but one way or the other, they both use it.
They both have a hatred towards each other.
I guess. And that's difficult to deal with, and it's always shocking. No matter what, when you bump into a supremacist, it's just super shocking. All right?
They're
Like,
just
it's like, really? You can see the world from that perspective? Like, you just never expect it. It's so weird. But it's a thing. Um, so when I hear criticisms towards Jews, then and the question is, well, is it true rather than is it offensive? I'm gonna say it's it's a human thing.
a
Right? It's a
human
very
thing.
human thing.
But I always treat people with a blank slate. Like I don't jump to that. Oh, he's Jewish, therefore he, thinks
Well,
this way.
sometimes stereotypes exist for a reason. So, for example, at this point, because it's just caught me off guard so often, I just make the assumption right off the bat that a person who takes on the mantle of saying that they are Jewish, to some degree holds that supremacy idea about themselves.
But what if they say like my ancestors are Jewish? I'm Jewish. Like, I guess I'm Jewish. Like, they don't know anything about their ethnicity. You can't really like blame them.
It's not a blame thing. It's just
Well,
it's just setting up the parameters of what's there to be expected. If they surprise me, they'll surprise me only in a good way.
like the
It's the same
Palestinian.
concept as expect the best but prepare for the worst.
So let's take a look at the Palestinian conflict. The Palestinian protesters. There's the
Mhm.
Jewish Voice for Peace, and there's also Not in My Name. Both these groups are Jewish, openly Jewish, and they're leading the peace protests.
Sure.
So they're different, from
You think
the
so?
fundamentalists. Well, they're more progressive, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I think that on that particular agenda, sure. But remember what I said is that they would be having this is a person you would just be having a normal conversation with. Absolutely normal. And then suddenly there's just a supremacy rise. Like it just doesn't make sense. You would never expect it from that person. So, in my view, it's that okay, can you prove to me that you can see past your ethnicity? If you can see past it and see that you're a human being, you win. Then, at that point, I don't need to, even consider whether or not, because I shouldn't need to care about whether or not you're Jewish or not, is my argument.
I don't care about ethnicities at all, honestly. I think
Right,
that's
and
just
you
a...
shouldn't make me have to carry. It's the same argument with, I don't care about your sexuality. I don't care, and I shouldn't. You shouldn't have to make me care about it either. Right, that's your business. If that's what you, if whoever you want to live your life with or be happy with, that's entirely up to you. I don't care about that at all. I care more about how you're doing today.
That's a good point. I mean, as soon as I realized that, I was like, okay, like, why do I care about like whether gay marriage is legalized or not? You know?
Right. Well, in that case, I do have to care because they get tax dollars, and that's my money.
Wait,
Because married couples get tax benefits. So I'm of the mindset that married couples shouldn't get any of my tax money like that. And
like,
that, well, actually, I'm even further along the lines. I just don't think they should be taxes at all, and that taxes have no place going towards that kind of stuff at all. It just that's my mindset on
but
it.
you don't really care whether it's a gay couple or a straight couple.
No, whether it's gay or straight, I don't really care.
Okay,
It's
cool.
just it's
Why do
just
married couples get taxed? Period. That's weird.
well, it's not why. I know why, but I just don't think it's a good enough reason. Right? It's to promote the idea of starting a family.
Oh. I mean, welfare? Would that classify as
Well, it
welfare?
falls into the same category. The same way that I can reject the idea of corporate
Corporate welfare.
subsidies is the same way that I can reject subsidies to individuals over getting married and things like that. And the way I look at it is that male and female, at least you can pass on the argument that it's for procreation. With gay marriage, there's absolutely zero procreation there. They have to, at first, if they want to qualify for it under the same pretenses, they have to adopt.
Yeah.
They have to.
I'm against surrogacy. I think surrogacy is evil. Like, especially considering the amount of orphans.
Right, exactly. You know, at that point, then they can say, okay, you took a kid, and you're giving that kid a chance, a future, and you can get my cold, dry, shriveled up heart to warm up a little bit to that plight. Right? But outside of that, it's like, you don't get a tax break for the convenience of it.
No.
And I think anyone who was making the argument, this is the thing, like, anyone who's making the, where the heck is the ending?
Okay,
Have you seen it?
this level looks really good. I like it. I'm actually having a lot of fun again. Like, not gonna lie, like, not getting killed is fun.
I don't see I think the ending is probably all the way on the other side, so I'm gonna go over there. This is a huge map.
It has the fall autumn vibe. I like that.
This is a gigantic map. Yeah, no, this map is pretty cool. I think we got caught up because there was like a mini boss over here, and we kind of just went the wrong way.
Bruh. How'd you get that? Oh. I see where you are.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You sound... Yeah, your ideal... I mean, if I were to categorize the ideology, it sounds kind of libertarian.
What's this do? Call drones for backup. Last 25 seconds. Okay, cool.
Like, I watch a lot of Dave Smith and Ron Paul, and they say the same thing you say, you know what I mean? They're against corporate subsidies and welfare.
I'm just for my money being in my pocket.
Here. And so when I opted to do politics, I wanted to take a more libertarian stance. Like, I'm pretty simple. I'm anti-war. Like, I don't want our money going to Ukraine.
Well, no. See, that's where I'm not going to be. You and I will probably disagree. I'm definitely not anti-war. I'm anti-wars we lose, but I'm definitely pro wars we win.
Peace, truth,
So
strength.
if someone, well, I don't care about Ukraine. Don't get it twisted. Like that's not actually a war that we even needed to fight. The kind of wars that I'm talking about is like when we went into Iraq, and then Iran shows up with a whole bunch of IEDs that start maiming American soldiers, and they're not even named actors in this war. We're not targeting them. We're not going after them. We're not doing anything with them. They just decided, hey, we want to stick our nose into this and start giving IEDs to Al Qaeda in Iraq, who are the people who, not even 10 years before, they were fighting against. They're just doing it because they want to kill the white devil. That's literally what they believe.
That's what they said. Yeah.
At that point, this is one of the many reasons why I say Bush is a complete idiot. If Russia turns around and says, "Hey, if you touch Iran, we're going to go to war with you," at that point, you just turn around. You're the president. Russia has nukes, yes, but you also have nukes, and now guess what? It's a time for everybody to make a decision. Who's going to blink first? And that's what it should come down to. It's a rough game to play, but it's a game that has to be played because the consequence of it is 9/11. The consequence of it is October 7th. The consequence of it is the Atocha train station bombing, and so on and so forth. Right? Of not going that route. It's a slow decay versus a very quick, very in-your-face decision that has to be made, and the adults have to suddenly grow up.
Is it possible for the world ever to be at absolute peace?
Sure. When everybody who disagrees, holy cow, they just all blew up. Was that you? Oh no, you're like all the way on the other side. I don't know what that was. That's crazy. I must have something on my. Oh, I have an explosion on my my attack. I got you. When they die, they explode. Sure. Uh, what did Tony Stark say? You keep your friends rich and your enemies rich and wait to find out which is which.
I don't remember the exact quote, but so
Right,
if everyone
that-
disagrees, dies, or something.
Well, everyone who wants you dead dies. Right? Because you have to. One of my favorite writers, Christopher Hitchens, he says sometimes you have to accept when your enemy says they want to kill you, that they actually mean it.
They want to win.
Yeah. Right? Sometimes you just have to accept that. That's the reality that you're in, and you have to design your agenda around that idea. Right, and so there's a reality that Russia's been protecting Iran, so Russia has to make a decision. Are they the ones that are evil, or are we the ones that are evil? Russia, because if Russia, you can tell a person by their friends, and if it's loyalty, at least it's romantic, right? If we all go down in the flames, nuclear flames, and they did it over honor, and that's more romantic than going down in flames over land, because I don't believe America has any real. I mean, they have oil, sure, but we have easier ways of getting oil than to go all the way to Persia. But there's a reality, and that reality is there's no real reason to conquer Iran for America. There would be if we had conquered Iraq, right? If when we went into Iraq, instead of trying to liberate Iraq, the quote unquote liberate, bring democracy, If they had actually said, "Hey, let's conquer," and they did that, then fine. You could say there's interests over there, or if like Trump goes and actually turns Gaza into a commonwealth, then that's a thing also, which would be crazy. I don't think the average American, and I definitely don't, really have any interest in having a permanent place over there. That place is just really, it's barbaric. It really is barbaric. There's, to be fair, the most annoying thing I think is that over a period of maybe 70 or 80 years, Israel has managed to entangle itself with the United States so tightly that it's almost impossible to even find a common sense president that says, "Hey, let's just let them deal with their own business. We'll sell them whatever they need, but that's about it." Instead, we are, like it or not, doing what George Washington warned against, which is forming deep foreign entanglements. So now we're kind of just on the hook with making sure that Israel stays safe. And it's not that Israel did it now, it's the enemies of Israel that forced the United States into this position because they want to go through Israel to get to us.
Hmm.
Which is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you can also think of it as a good thing, maybe, because if you really look at it, I don't think if it was up to me and 9/11 did not happen, we would still be, I would still be at least, living in a world where we didn't know that there were people who absolutely wanted to decapitate every single one of us.
You'll be under an illusion that everyone is not an enemy.
Right. And not just a regular enemy. Like Russia can be an enemy, right? You can have Russian enemies, but you don't hear Russians going around saying that they want to murder every single American. Right?
You actually
Instead, it's
don't hear
closer.
that.
Right. It's closer to a normal adversarial relationship as normal can go, anyway. But these guys, they have roughly a 4,000-year history, long before there was ever in Islam, that this was the behavior. I mean, it's built into the DNA. I don't know where the exit is. Have you seen it? Because I've gone
I
everywhere.
can't see it from here.
Well, you didn't come across it anywhere?
I think we have to keep going this way.
There's nothing more over there, though. This is the other end of the map.
So we made it from one end to another. Yeah.
At least this character is kind of fast. So, there's that. I'm running around now looking. This map is enormous, bro.
You can't even tell there's an end to this map.
What the heck?
Right.
I'm gonna go back to the starting point. Oh wait, there's another area over here. Hold on. I think you came over here already. Are you following me, dude?
Yeah.
Dude, don't follow me. Look for the freaking exit. Like, I'm running everywhere looking for the exit. Just look around.
I mean,
Oh, I
Oh.
found it. It's down here. Okay, but we have to actually.
how do we miss
jump.
it?
Oh, right. Uh,
Oh, so it was right there the whole time.
yeah, it's all the way down at the bottom. There's something over here. What was... Oh, there it is. I have no clue what this is, but it is an incinerator drone. Interesting.
I haven't watched your videos in great detail. Your live streams. How's your game coming along?
Um, so I am doing features. Uh, I got a couple of features done. So as far as like dungeons and combat and stuff like that, that's pretty much like where I want it to be. Coding wise, I'm going to have to refactor it, but I took a second approach to the data. It's not a huge refactor, but it's going to be need. It's going to need to be refactored. The combat part. Um, the second part that I'm working on is the overworld part, and I got world generation done. I was just doing the skill tree, so this is kind of like UI. But after this, I'm going to be doing the locations. So I need to be able to. So what I'm doing is I convert biome information into bitwise and then sample the bitwise in order to figure out what each biome should be. Then I can sample that information or use that information, that sampled information, to uh, generate location information. So I can say like a city should be here or whatever. Did I die? Oh, okay.
We're in like very hard right now. Doesn't really feel that way.
Yeah, the game's overall difficulty is lower, that's why. That's what I was saying. Before, I think we had it on extreme mode or something. But if I remember correctly, we're not supposed to really be playing those modes unless we um, unlock some artifacts.
Speaking of unlocking artifacts and defeating bosses, I think I can defeat that boss in Game of Thrones King's Road.
I mean, sure. But you could always make it easier. Just drop a couple 20s in.
I have a pass that gives me like rewards for like 3 months. Extra health potions. It just happened I lagged. I was so close too. Oh my god. It makes me so mad when I think about it.
Hey, we got a special area. Blue portal.
I wonder where it'll lead to.
I think it's like a store that you can unlock artifacts. So it's random, but it happened to me once before, and I think the first stage that I went to, but then this is my second time being here.
A bazaar. How do you build caves in the terrain system in Unity? Like, how do you think they did this?
It's just height mapping, dude.
Height mapping? Like, how do you like make a hole in a mountain? I feel like I have to watch a YouTube tutorial for that.
They literally have a option called hole, and you can put a hole into your terrain. You just need to put a height map in, and that's it.
Oh.
Hey, this is the character I wanted to unlock.
This?
Yep. Did it unlock for you also?
I can try.
Oh, you still see the character there?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we get some effigies over here, but I don't want any of these. I don't know what this does. Refresh shop. I have no clue. But over here, I think we can convert items to make like super versions of items. What does this do? I think this unlocks a different area, so we can get to different maps.
Man, I'm getting tired.
Oh, you want to call it?
Yeah. Do you want to play this again tomorrow?
Sure thing.
Screw
What's
Kings.
this? Oh, this effigy, I think it's rarer than... Yeah. You see like it has a different color? It's like purple. I think.
Alright, YouTube. I'm going to be playing this for as far as the eye can see. I'm going to take a break from King's Road. It's much needed.
Yeah, you sound like you're tired, dude. Get some sleep.
Mm.
It doesn't have to be tomorrow. Whenever you want to play, just let me know. Give me like the heads up, and I'll definitely set it up. You know. But this is much more fun.
Yeah,
I like
like
the idea of not dying in 2
it's
seconds.
all we have to do is just lower the difficulty.
Yeah. It turns out when you're not playing on insane mode, the game is actually not too bad. All right. Well, thanks for the run, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna exit that. Alright, everyone, have a great night.